Yahoo, yahoo. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The stream will start now. 行きましょう。あ、待て。待て待て。へへ、行きましょう。New game. After a long and tiring journey, the hero approached a huge ancient castle. From the looks of it, the castle had been abandoned many centuries ago. But something gave him a mysterious feeling he wasn't alone. The adventurer saw an open window on the second floor. Which way to go? Walk through the gates or climb the window? Front door? The hero found himself in the castle courtyard. It was in ruins and desolation. Everything was covered in a thick layer of dust. Among the clutter on the floor, the hero noticed a manhole leading to the sewers. There was also a door nearby. What's your choice? Go through the door or climb down the manhole? We're not going down the sewers. Ooh la la. Through the oak doors, the hero cautiously stepped into a spacious hall. Armor, weapons hanging on the walls, torn curtains on the windows. It seemed there was no one there. All of a sudden, a ghost of a naked girl appeared before him out of thin air. She floated up to the adventurers and said, "Hello, I'm the maid. Why did you come to the castle?" That made his eyes pop out. Okay, nice, nice ass, he thought. But what should he say to her? Choose. Where's the library? What's this castle called and who's the owner? Smack her. What? Let's stay polite. This castle belongs to Neo the Fourth. He spends all his time in a treasury full of stolen jewels. He hasn't left the vault with the biggest and most expensive diamond in the world for more than 1500 years. He asked me not to disturb him. The castle itself is throbbing with life. Well, if you call it life, that is. When the Lord left, the castle was occupied by a band of necromancers. From the dead slumber. Some of the things to see in the library, in the castle are the kitchen, the prison, the torture chamber, the library, the armory, the Lord's chamber, and the portal chamber, and other magnificent examples of the ancient art. Is there anything else you'd like to know? Let's stay polite. Follow me, said the maid. That face. The adventurer entered a huge library, filled with ancient books and scrolls. There must be something worthwhile if you read it, but the hero knew nothing about books and could hardly spell. The library was dead silent. At the end of the hall, he saw a door which said librarian. Should he delve into the books or go straight to the librarian? Let's ask the librarian. Is that the Necromonicon and an orc wizard? When the hero was entering the librarian's office, he accidentally knocked a book down with his sword. Stay where you are, you dumbhead. You're in the library. Keep it down, will you? The orc-like creature howled when he heard the thud. So this must be the librarian, thought the adventurer. He's probably very smart, and he must know the way to the treasury. Should he say sorry or punch him for being so obnoxious? Oh, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean it, said the hero. Oh, forget it. If you want to survive and don't mind helping me on the way, go to the archives and bring me that old textbook on nuclear physics. I wouldn't go there myself. I'm too afraid of bugs, said the librarian. Fetch the book or kill him. Look for the book? Kill him. The hero walked to the door leading to the archives. Should he open or forget about it? Get on with it. As soon as he entered the archives, the hero saw the librarian was so reluctant. Why he was so reluctant to go there? Roaches. Lots and lots of them were scurrying around the room. One of the bugs, a really huge one, was getting closer and closer to the adventurer. Should he chop its legs and head off? Or maybe it's better to scare the roach by crushing the smaller ones. Being. Swipe. Adventurer cut the roach head in two while beating the bugs off with his other hand. When the small roaches saw the leader dead, they scattered. As soon as the hero found the book, he heard the librarian's voice from behind. I don't know how to thank you, he said, and grabbed the book from the hero's hands. With my magical powers, I can send you to the dining hall or to our garden. So where do you want to go? He asked. The hero entered a magnificent large garden enclosed with a glass dome. Many windows were broken, others were too dirty. To the right and left of the path were different plants unknown to the adventurer. Then he noticed some watering cans down the path, and to his right, a beautiful withering flower. Should the hero water it? Just move on. The hero decided to stay away from the weird flower and went on. A little further ahead, in the bushes, he saw a huge flower in a beautiful pot, perched on a pedestal. The flower itself looked and smelled disgustingly. Should the adventurer approach the flower, make his way through the bushes, and quietly leave the garden? The adventurer went up to the horrible flower. As soon as he felt the hero's presence, it opened its mouth and tried to attack him. That was not very friendly. I'll have to destroy you, thought the hero. Prepare for battle. Should he cut its stem or let the flower swallow him? Boom. Yum yum yum. The adventurer took a running jump, and when the flower opened its mouth, drew his knees to his chest and threw himself inside. When the flower clenched its jaws, it tried to swallow the hero, but he had his sword at the ready, determined to destroy the plant. Should he make the suffocate or chop it with its sword? Sword attack? The adventurer found himself in a massive... an alien? What is this game? Anthony Henna. The adventurer found himself in a massive hall with a hole in one of its walls. Among some rubble, he saw a large metal disc with shining lights around its surface. There was smoke coming out of the saucer. It had been clearly damaged. Next to it, there was a strange greenish big-eyed creature sitting on a rock. It looked very sad. Pew! You're dead. You was human. Scenes. Okay. Okay. Through the gate. Through the door. Explain. Yahoo. Yahoo, Ayako-san. お元気ですか？このゲームは本当に変な。うん。はい。Text. Bing. Whoosh. Whoa. Bye bye, wizard. Infirmary, past was treating and living in the castle. Uh-huh. Yeah, nothing special, labeled files. And reports on some dark forces. Eh? Zombies? Itai. Yo. Mate? Hmm? Oi! We can deal with them later. Let's go chat with the girls at the nurse's office, one of the zombie doctors. Yay. Training hall, castle guards and warriors used to master the art of war. Strange. Ooh. Declare. Yahoo! Do you have some tips? I'm Falcon. You can just talk with him. Name time, yo. Ooh la la. Oh no, being. Bien yo. 本当に変なよ。あ、私の声。 Mother. We were going through the gates. To info. Ni. Game, game, Akukun, Akukun, game. Ah, dekai mishi. Bien. Ka-ching! Here, 私は勇者。2. Mishi. The adventurer entered an impressive-looking dining hall. In the middle, he saw a well-laid table, serving with many dishes. Everything was nice and clean. A huge crystal chandelier was hanging from the ceiling, illuminating the hall with lit candles. Someone was still living and eating there. There were several doors leading out of the hall. Should the hero sit down and have a meal, or smash the table with everything on it? Or perhaps it's better to drop into the kitchen, or take a look what's behind on the far end. Yum, yum, yum. Hero sat down on the table to eat. When he finished his meal, he got up and thought where he could go next. Perhaps go to the kitchen to see what the cook is like, or maybe he should leave the dining hall. Let's go away. Leave. Bye-bye. Zuri. The adventurer entered a classroom with some desks and a blackboard. The floor was tiled in black and white. The lost children probably used to study here, but now it was dead silent. There were 2 notes, one on the desk close to the hero, the other at the back. Should the adventurer read the note on the table nearby or move on? Miti. The adventurer decided to read the note. It was probably written by a child. The note said, "Our biology teacher showed us her botanical garden today. There were lots of flowers there, and one of them was huge and really scary. She told us if we didn't study harder, she'd feed us to it. We were so frightened that we tied her up and fed her to the plant instead." Oi, warui kodomo. Warui kodomo. And in the case she rises from the dead, we remind the classroom floor. You can only step on the black tiles. Oh. 本当に悪い。The hero walked back to the end of the classroom, skipping the white tiles. There was another note at the black desk. Should he read it or leave the classroom? Nah, leave. Through the window corridors, the hero came to the servants' quarters. There was a small room with 2 doors saying M or and MF, which obviously stood for male and female, which to enter. 私は変態じゃない。私は男。 Adventure entered a room for male servants. The room looked like a barracks with rows of beds along the wall and some wardrobes on the other side. It was just as messy and full of junk as the other chambers. There were skulls and bones everywhere. On one of the beds, the adventurer noticed a piece of paper. Should he read it? Bien. Suddenly the room was filled with darkness, revealing an old necromancer. It was a lean old man with a clean-shaven head. He was wearing a dark cloak with a high collar, adorned with skulls and symbols of death. He looked the hero in the eye, waved his hands, and began to cast a spell. Should he knock him down? Hide. Being. Wrong answer. Boink. The hero didn't wait for the end of the seance and rushed to the necromancer, knocking him down on the floor. Now both of them were lying on the floor, the adventurer on top of the warlock. As soon as the necromancer regains his senses, he started to fumble for something in his pocket. Nope. Name yo. No way. Yada. I know you're the damned succubus who wasted so many lives in this castle, shouted the hero. Oh, do you? Well then, you just gave me another reason to kill you, said the succubus, smiling at the adventurer. Summoned her weapon, gave it a wave. Bien, no. Ugh. Bien. Now he's lost his sword. What should the hero dash? Not thinking twice, rushed to the demoness and plunged his swordbreaker into her flesh. Succubus let out a moan and sacked to the floor. There was a man in a black armor sitting on a chair. The room didn't have any more doors. In the other corner, he noticed a glowing magical portal. This must be the portal room. Who are you? Asked the hero. I'm Sylvester. I'm the Knight of the Temple of Fate. It is my job to protect the portal from the necromancer, said the man. I was just looking for them. And for the treasury. Yes, Okaneo. Will you let me through? Asked the adventurer. Only you can choose your pet. How did you prove yourself? Who did you help? Did you kill a lot? Or maybe you have a yellow streak down your back. I can read you like a book, and you know. The hero entered the glowing portal. Bien. 私は飯よ。You was killer. Bien. 待って。英語。1 2 2 ごめん、大熊同士。And let's help him. Kochaka! Dining. Nini. And let's go see who the cook is. The adventurer entered the kitchen. The whole place was in a creative mess. There were piles of dirty dishes and kitchen bins next to the stove. The hero also noticed a trapdoor in the floor. A huge fat cook was standing with his back to the adventurer with a cleaver in hand. Should the hero talk to him or sneak past the cook? Yahoo, cookie. Hello, the hero said in a timid voice. Hello, said the fat cook. Who are you cooking for? The adventurer asked. For the Lord of Necromancer, sir. He is a master of and leader of the Dead Slumber Order. What a name. 何この名前? He's very powerful. He's the one who cannot be named. Sounds familiar. Just that he's got a very long name, you see, and he'll be furious if I don't cook his dinner in time. I can bet me finger on that, said the cook, rubbing two stumps on his hand. You know what? You could help me. I need you to go down the cellar and fetch me a bottle of wine. They're having a party with a succubus. I'd do it myself, you know. But I won't fit in the trapdoor, so you're in it or not. Should the adventurer help the cook, refuse, or kill this godless servant to the necromancers? Okay, I'll help. The adventurer climbed down the dark ledge. It was packed. It was packed with bottles of wine, with an odd jar of pickles there and there. The cellar smelled of mouse droppings and dampness. While the hero was looking for the right whole bottle, a huge rat, reaching the hero's waist, emerged from behind the rack. The rat bared its feet and went to the hero. Should he attack the beast with his sword or throw a torch at it? Here, taste some fire. The rat grabbed the torch from the wall and threw it at the giant rat, hitting it on the head. Its fur caught fire, and the beast dashed off squeaking. And then the hero had no trouble finding the right bottle on the dusty racks, and got out of the cellar. Hero brought a bottle of wine to the fat cook and proudly gave it to him. The fat cook took the wine and thanked the hero. Now he could go on. Okay, continue. The adventurer found himself in a long hall with a glass ceiling. It used to be the Lord's aquarium. Some glass was broken, so there was no hero water in the aquarium overhead, but the hall itself was flooded to the hero's waist. That's waist? Shouldn't that be waste? That's serious misspelling. There were some boxes and other junk floating in the water. Underneath he could see some fish. Should he make his way further, or take a closer look at the bottom? Being. Being. Sammy. The hero went on making his way through the water until he saw a fin at the far end of the hall. It was a shark, and it was coming closer and closer to him. Should the adventurer prepare for the attack or evade the shark? No. Attack! The adventurer prepared for the attack. Aye, Sami. Abunai, Sami. The adventurer prepared for the attack, and when the shark was close enough, stabbed it in the side, just avoiding its sharp teeth. The wounded shark went for the hero again. Should he strike its head with the Swordbreaker, or throw one of the dresses floating on it around on its snout? The hero caught the right moment and threw some rags on the shark's snout. After that, he had no trouble punching his Swordbreaker from the top. The shark was finally dead, and the adventurer could go on his way. Sharkilla! Hey. Sami var taus. Ja, det. Sami defeated. Alien. The adventurer found himself in a massive hall with a hole in one of the walls. Among some rubble, he saw a large metal disc with shining lights around its surface. There was a smoking coming out of the saucer. It had been clearly damaged. Next to it was a strange greenish big-eyed creature sitting on a rock. It looked very sad. Yahoo! The hero decided to talk and went up to the creature. Hi, what's your name? Where do you come from? Asked the hero. Greetings, Earthling. I'm Zed. I'm one of the Magicates, a humanoid race. I deliver ammunition for Alien Tech Interstellar Corporation, AT for short. In case you're not aware, there's a war going on between the Interstellar Confederation and the Free Planets Coalition. Why are you on a medieval planet? Or on a planet in the medieval era? The Confederation is losing at the moment. We don't have enough weapons, so our corporation has commissioned Hans, the local blacksmith, to supply nuclear rockets for the IC. Blacksmiths? Nuclear rockets? Come here. Yo. We have commissioned Hans, the local blacksmith, to supply nuclear rockets for the IC. I've come here to pick up the rockets, but on my way to the castle, something went wrong with the autopilot, and my spaceship crashed into the wall instead of landing in the courtyard. Now the ship is badly damaged. I've sent out an SOS, and now we'll have to wait. For our guys to respond, said the alien. The adventurer could hardly follow that. Why am I telling you this? It's as if I tried to explain the corpuscular and wave theory of light to you. A countryman like you won't get it anyway. The only thing you could do for me is help clean the debris, said Zed. Matteo. Hi. I'll help. Says you are a good boy. Okay, I can help you with that, said the adventurer. So they set to work together, the alien from one side, the hero from the other. They were almost done when the spaceship suddenly skidded down the rubble towards the adventurer. Should he run for his life or warn Zed? Uh-oh. Get out of here? Nope. Oi, Zed! Taskite! The next moment the hero found himself in a spacious again. Name time, yo. Golden Skull? Call Zed. Call the alien. The alien appeared in the middle of the astral room and without thinking twice, shot Succubus with his blaster. The plasma hit the Timnus in the chest, burning a huge hole through it. The Temptress fell on the floor and began to dissolve. As soon as she was gone, Zed pushed a button on his spaceship and disappeared. The astral room faded away, and the hero found himself back on the Lord's bed. He thanked the alien in his mind and went on the castle hallways. Yo. Mate. Prepare the door, then is it? Mate. The hero entered the glowing portal and the reality warped around him. When the adventurer opened his eyes again, he found himself in a small room with a window. This must be one of the castle towers. What kind of trial is that? The hero wondered. Then he heard the Knight of the Fire. Then he heard the Knight of the Temple of Fate. You are a brave and kind-hearted warrior. You have helped many in this castle, and even spared some in battle. So in the trial you deserve, you'll have to face the astral demon that lives in this tower, and keep a kidnapped princess as his prisoner. And keeps. If you defeat this demon, you will bask in glory for years to come, said the knight. The next moment, the skies opened, and the astral demon with a flaming sword entered the room through the space rift. Should the hero attack the demon or talk? Ichi. The adventurer rushed into the attack, but some mysterious force lifted him up in the air. It was the work of the astral demon and his magic power. As the demon was getting closer and closer, the hero had to decide what to do next. Throw his sword at the monster or wait until he's near. Mate? The adventurer waited patiently for the astral demon to come closer, and when he did, the hero plunged his sword into the demon and crushed his skull with the Swordbreaker to make sure he was dead. The astral demon started to vanish in the air. The spell was lifted, and the hero tumbled down on the floor. The adventurer gathered his strength and entered the second room in the tower. Inside, he saw an iron door with a huge padlock. Behind the door, he heard someone crying. Should the hero knock it down with his sword or prick it with a nail? Nail? Pick lock. Ooh, what if it's a trap? Thought the hero and picked up a nail. A couple of minutes later, he managed to open the door. He entered a tiny room and saw a gorgeous girl in a magnificent dress lying on a bed. She stopped crying and looked at the adventurer. Who are you? What do you need? She asked cautiously. I've come for you. There is no time to explain. Come on, I have to take you to a safe place, said the adventurer. But I can't leave the room. The Lord of Necromancers will find me anyway, she said. Right, then I'll go and slit this old perv's throat and come back. Kono kotoba. And headed for the exit. Wait, let me give you my blessing or you won't sustain the necromancer's curse. By the way, I'm Princess Anastasia. Anastasia, she said. Should adventurer agree? Arigato? Sure, it won't hurt me, said the adventurer. Anastasia whispered something, waved her hands, and then gave him a kiss on the cheek. That was just a preview, she said, blushing. The hero climbed down the spiral stairs and entered the throne room. The necromancer was standing in the middle. I see you prepared well. My spell had no effect on you, the Lord said in surprise. Yes, I know what you're up to, said the adventurer. All right, you must have met my niece, beautiful Anastasia. Do you like her? She's going to be my wife's... What? My wife soon? Marrying his niece? What? Nanny? She's going to be my wife soon. And together we will have such a power that you can't even imagine, said the necromancer. Hentai Oji-san. Yes, she is good. Too good to be yours, I'd say. So I'll keep her to myself instead. As for you, take this, the hero cried angrily and attacked the warlock. Meanwhile, the necromancer cast a spell. Should the adventurer rush to the Lord or throw his sword at him? Ni? The adventurer decided not to waste time and went for the Lord. The necromancer saw it coming and sent a lightning bolt at him. But the hero had a narrow escape from the charge. Now he was ready to attack the warlock with the Swordbreaker. Should you thrust at him for the stop? From the top or choose to knock the Lord down? Nope. Tackle. The adventurer decided to tackle the necromancer, which took him by so complete surprise. The warlock fell on his back, hitting his head against the floor. However, that didn't stop him for long, and they struggled on. The Lord raised his black dagger, aiming at the hero's chest, but the adventurer grabbed his wrist just in time. Turn the dagger. Ooh. The adventurer braced himself for the fight and began twisting the necromancer's wrist. He finally managed to turn the dagger around, grabbed the handle, and stabbed the warlock in the heart. The strength left the necromancer, and his heart stopped. The adventurer threw the dead body off himself and went for the exit. That's when he thought about the treasury. But then he remembered Princess Anastasia. Was this really the diamond he was looking for in the castle? Why would he need a huge gem anyway? The hero opened the door to the tower and saw Anastasia. There was no need to explain. She looked him in the eye and threw herself into his arms, kissing him. The brave adventurer realized no treasure in the world was worth more than true love. Oh, romantic. Romance. He took the princess and led her out the same way he came to the tower. Epilogue. This is how the story ends for the brave adventurer. The hero brought Anastasia home and married her. Oh, happy end. They had a splendid wedding and the whole city was invited to feast. The townsmen celebrated their new prince, glorifying his deeds for centuries to come. As for the Swordbreaker, he was absolutely happy. He had found his true treasure. Ine. Weird story. Weird. 変なストーリー。変なストーリー。勇者だ。待って。1。もう1。1。2。丸い。Oh, does the schmuck-dinky start the hero and attack the librarian. But the orc saw it coming and cast a spell at the same moment. Now the adventurer had to do something about the fireball. Sweeping towards him, should he deflect it with the sword or duck and dodge the attack and push a bookcase at the librarian? 3. Boink. The hero dodged the fireball and pushed one of the bookcases at the librarian, crushing him to the floor. The orc was still alive. Should the adventurer finish him or take pity? ね。私は悪いじゃない。4. F. Crooker. Oi. Isn't this plagiarism? Is this allowed? I can eradicate evil only if I kill all the leaders, thought the adventurer, and entered the head doctor's office. It was spacious, but empty and deserted. Not for long, though. A pool of blood appeared on the floor, and out of it emerged the head doctor himself, Mr. F. Crooker. He was wearing a striped t-shirt, long shorts, and a hat. He had burns all over his body, and his fingers ended with steel hooks. I'm Fred Crooker. I'm in charge of this place. What brought you here? Crooker asked the hero. What should he answer? I've come to destroy you, you freak. Or I have an appointment to the gynecologist. Yeah. I have an appointment. Nah. Exterminate. I've come to destroy you, you freak, said the hero. That was a very stupid idea, said Crooker, and prepared for the attack. He summoned a fountain of blood around him and sent it straight to the adventurer. The hero dashed to the monster, avoiding the fountain of blood. But when he tried to strike Crooker with his Swordbreaker, the villain fended off with his hooks. Use his sword. Or knee the monster in the gut. When the adventurer hit Crooker's face with a sword hilt, the monster doubled over with pain, spitting his teeth out. Meanwhile, the hero waved his sword and chopped the doctor's head off. Otoko 1. ねえ、just move. Bye bye. うん。やだ。もうやだ。Ah, you can go back. Ah. Eh. Hayaku. 2221. Shine. Ching. Bien. Ichi ni. 見て見て。ねえ。待て待て。23殺す。Hey. When the hero entered the nurse's office, he couldn't believe his eyes. Everything was in ruins. Beds, drip feeds, syringes, and dead bodies were scattered all over the place. What was worst, about a dozen decaying nurses stood around the room. As the adventurer walked in, he stepped on a glass syringe, breaking it with a loud noise. The nurses turned to the sound. What should the hero do? No. 待て。ビン。右。やだ。待て。I'm going to end this stream at this. I'm going to end this stream at このスティーマ終わりましょう。ではでは、おつふり。またね。じゃあね。バイバイ。I'm going to end this stream at this. Thank you all for coming, watching, now or in the future, and see you again next time. お疲れ、ここたち、おやすみ。本当に変なゲーム。本当に変な。お疲れ。おつあやこ。バイバイ。おやすみ。